minutes, Sunday question and answer. So if you're just joining me or you're about to join, thank you, thank you. I will be answering your questions on acting, directing, and editing. I do it every Sunday at noon, right here, California time, Pacific time, LA time, wherever you are in the great wide world, I'll be here at noon on Sundays. So do your little time conversion. You don't even have to think about it. Jump on Google, find out what time zone you're in, what time your time is, my time, LA time, California time, Pacific time. So I'm going to do a little bit of cleaning up right now, and I'll be right back with you. Right back with you. I always start right at noon. I don't like to be late. So let's see. I'm transferring something in the background. I'm going to open up my YouTube channel so that I can see questions and I can answer questions. So I'm going to go to my channel right now, and I will open up where I'm going live right here. I'm going to go down here. I'm going to open this stream, and I'm going to name it. I always change my name to Sunday Live Questions and Answers. Let's see, everything in here looks good. I'm going to put my comment here, who I am, leave that in there. So you can look me up on the Internet Movie Database if you like. And then I'm going to save that. And there we go. It's how to. Today is the 12th, 11:51. The time seems a little bit behind coming off of the YouTube, but that's okay. And what I like to do too is I like to break out the chat. Let's see. Pop out the chat. I say break out, but pop out. And I put that a lot bigger. And I stick it, whoops, not that big. I stick it over here so I can still see my video playback. I don't need to see that. Okay, so if that's up here like that, that's good. Hello there, Jonathan. I'm about to start my question and answer session. I do it every Sunday at noon here in California. My name is James Adam Tucker. I've been a actor, filmmaker, and editor for the past 35 years. And early this year, I started YouTube streaming. And what I do is I give lessons, information, answer questions. Mostly I try to help people. If you're interested in beginning acting, directing, or editing, or you've been doing it and you have some questions, I'm here. I try to answer questions. I'm trying to adjust my camera a little bit. And so every Sunday I get on here and I will start answering questions. People will type in questions for me, and it's fun for me. And I like to help people. My email is below, my email is below in the description. And if you want to send me an email, I answer lots of emails. I've been getting a lot of emails lately. Interesting questions about people creating content for here on YouTube, but also a lot of people are interested in still creating independent films for streaming now. Mostly everything goes to streaming. The physical market really for, I would say it's not completely dead, but the physical market for independent films is almost dead. Hello there, Arush. I am from California. I live here in Pasadena, and I'm an independent filmmaker, and I am also an actor, character actor. If you look me up on the Internet Movie Database, you'll see some of the work that I've done. You can find a link to my Internet database there. You'll see some work on my site. Been around for quite a while. Let's see, who else? How's the market for George Droid? I'm not sure what that is. George Droid. Let's see. Hello. Thanks for stopping by. Yes, yes. Oh, related to George Floyd. No, I'm not sure about that, George Floyd. I know probably someone's going to make a movie. I know, even if it's something smaller, probably for Netflix or one of the streaming services, will probably make that into a movie. That's prime real life movie material. They could have the trial. They could do, it could be interesting. They could actually make that into a mini series. So I'm not sure. I don't have any insight on that, but I know somebody is working on it. It's prime material. They're probably going to wait a while, but I know they're working on that. No, I'm not related to George Floyd. Hello, Huntrix. Is it Huntrix fan? Huntrix, how are you? I hope I'm saying it correctly. uh, make something on India. I wish I could. I wish I had the funding. That's one area of independent film that is very difficult, raising the funds to do independent projects. Even some of the big producers and directors, they're in the A-list area and they have trouble financing. Market is tight, but projects are going to get made. Big projects are going to get made no matter what. But yes, I would love to shoot something over in India. Thank you, Jonathan Jones. Thank you. I really appreciate it. I've done, I don't know exactly how many films or television shows I've been in, but you can look on the Internet Movie Database. It's been a lot. Like I said, I'm a character actor. I'm not a big time actor. I have a business where I create video for businesses. That's how I live in between acting jobs. I never made a complete living off of just acting. So I always had my skills for video production. I directed over 25 independent feature films, and some of those I made money on, and some of those I didn't make money on. So if you go to the Internet Database, you can see some of the low budget films I've produced over the years, directed, edited. Now I'm primarily doing a lot of editing for clients. And I also create websites. I manage websites for a small city in Georgia. So I'm their project manager on their website and their social media. So I have a bunch of internet related video creation jobs, but my main job and my main love is acting. So that's why here I talk a lot about acting, directing, and editing. And I've also taught acting. I've also taught digital video filmmaking. So my area of expertise is all in front of and behind the camera. Let's see what else. How many acts have you done? Did I say hi? Jonathan Jones, hello. Thank you. I thank you for the good wishes about YouTube. I really enjoy YouTube. Now, I want to tell you a little bit about YouTube. I've been here probably almost since they opened. I've been on YouTube. YouTube celebrated their 20th anniversary. I probably have been here like 18 years. But the first 18 years, I used YouTube as a portfolio. I didn't, even when I heard about the monetization and the YouTube Partner Program, I never really was interested in it, because how I used YouTube was I would put my videos that I would create for clients and use it as a portfolio. So YouTube was my portfolio. I would always send out links of my work to new prospective clients, and that's how I continue to work in this business. So I love YouTube. If it wasn't for YouTube, I wouldn't have so many clients, because it was a great place. It is a great place for people to see my work, to see what I can do, to find out if they like the quality of my work. So that's what I used YouTube for. But now I'm changing. I want to create original content here for YouTube. I want to do more humorous content. As an actor and as a director, I've done a lot of drama and horror, that kind of stuff. But here, I want to try to create some more humorous content on YouTube. Some vertical shorts, some vertical series, and horizontal series. So that's my goal here on YouTube. I'm working towards the monetization, as you guys can see. And I thank all you guys who have subscribed to my channel and also who have been watching my content. And so that's my goal now, to get here on YouTube and create some original content. The reason I like it is because, like I'm talking to you right now, I can do basically, as long as I stay within YouTube's guidelines, I can do basically what I want. So I get on here, I create content, I create shows, I collaborate with people. If you look at my channel, you'll see where I collaborated with a lot of musicians, I'm starting to collaborate with more musicians, and also with comedians. I have one comedian on here that I've worked with a lot, and so I'm reaching out to people. I collaborate. That's why I say if you shoot me an email and you're interested in potentially working together, I'm open to that. I love collaboration, and I think because I've been a filmmaker for so many years, and films are always a collaborative effort. Always, always. Even the smallest budget film is a collaborative effort. Now, once in the past, only one time did I shoot a film where I was the everything. I was the whole crew. I shot a one-man film, and it didn't come out so great, but I completed it, and it was hard work. I was much younger, and I had the energy to do it, so I did it. It's finished. Actually, it never was distributed, and that's one of the films I'm going to distribute here on YouTube. I plan to do that once I'm monetized. What I want to do is distribute it, show it, and talk about how I did it, how I made this film as a one-man crew. Now, obviously, I had actors, I had locations and all that kind of stuff, but I made a film. It was kind of like in the old days, I would guess you could call it like a kind of a rom-com, but it wasn't much comedy. It was kind of like a rom drama. It was a romantic drama with some troubling issues, but it was pretty interesting, and the actors did a good job. At that time when it was done, the market was kind of slow, so I kind of just finished it, and I really never marketed it that much, but I'm glad I didn't, because it's going to be a prime project for me to put here on YouTube, and I will be getting that up soon. Let's see what kind of questions we got. Okay, thanks. You're going to come back. I'll visit it. Thank you guys for stopping by. I appreciate it. What I always prepare something to talk about, and what I'm going to talk about today, as far as acting goes, like again, I said I talk about acting, directing, and editing. And what I want to focus on a little bit today, which people don't talk about so much, but it's so important. One of the most important elements of acting is listening. Now, when you say that, or when someone says that, you really have to listen. You don't just wait to say your lines. You have to listen to the other character. You have to see how their body language is. Just like in real life, when you're having a conversation with someone, hopefully you're listening to what they're saying. You're seeing how their body language is. You're seeing what they're presenting. And that's the same thing in acting that's very important. So acting is listening, the biggest part of it. I think when you're listening to the other character, that's where you get the feelings of how you should respond to what they're saying. And then when it's your turn to respond, you respond based on what they said to you and based on how they said it to you. So again, real important part of acting is learning to listen. Even in some acting classes, they have listening techniques. That's a big part of the Meisner, the method acting, where your scene partner, usually they pair up two actors, and then a scene partner will say something to you, and then you respond how they said it to you. Then you change it, and then they respond. So both actors get a chance to listen and respond to how someone says something to them. So for instance, they would say if they said something in an angry voice, like, man, I really hate you, then you would respond in kind. And after that, then you can change it. You as the actor, change it. So each actor keeps going back. You respond in kind, and then you change your next line. So that focuses on listening. There are a number of techniques that are used in acting to help the actor learn to listen and not respond. And you can, as an actor, if you find that, and I have this bad habit, sometimes I don't listen close enough in real life conversations. So I focus. I always try to focus on what the other person is saying and make sure I'm understanding it. And sometimes what I do is I say, okay, so you mean this. And I repeat what they said so that they are clear that I understand what they're saying and I understand what they're saying. So that's a technique that can be used in real life. And it'll help you be a better person, conversationalist outside of acting. So listening, important in acting, and listening is important in your real life. Let me see if I got any questions here. Hello, Dalton. Hello, Dalton. Thanks for stopping by. So yes, that's one specific part that's really important in acting. Memorizing and understanding. here's something that I'm working on now. I'm working on two small little parts, humorous, that will be here on YouTube. Two projects I'm working with. I'm collaborating with two other writers who are all one's a singer and one's a writer, and I'm collaborating with them on some small little projects that are going to be here on YouTube. And both of them, I have a couple of lines that I will be saying in it, introducing myself into their project. So when you get dialogue, and I'm doing this also because it's actually helpful for actors to always stay fresh. I had them write the dialogue. And so I'm treating it like a real job where I have to memorize the lines and I also have to understand the lines. So that's the thing with acting. You don't just memorize your lines. For good acting, you need to understand why your character is saying those lines. So most new actors think that, okay, I need to memorize these lines and then I'll be, good. But no, the memorization is just the first step, because you can't deliver dialogue believably if you don't memorize it. So the next step after you have memorized the dialogue is investigating and looking at the script, reading the script, getting notes from or ideas from what the other characters say, what the story is about, to understand why your character is saying those lines in this scene at that moment. So you need to understand, and as an actor, when you get a script, everything is not written down for you. So you have to give that character life. You have to put a backstory in that character. Sometimes the easiest way to do it, and most of the times the simplest way to do it, is to blend something from your own personality into the character. Because most of the time when someone casts you in a project, you are already similar to the character. Maybe you're the right age, maybe you're the right type, right race, right sex. You have the look of that type of character. I always play authoritative characters like, a lawyer, a doctor, a preacher, a police officer, a detective. So I always play characters with some type of authority. And all of the time, not even most of the time, all of the time when I get a character, I try to find what are the similarities in that character and the similarities in my real life. And I blend those two together. And that's what makes acting real. All actors use some elements of their real life to bring the character to life on the screen or on a television screen or on the film screen. So that's what where the understanding comes in, because you have to realize, okay, why is this character saying this? What does he want in this scene? Why did he decide to use these words? So these are things that you as the actor think of, and you have those in your mind as you're building the character. Now, you're not going to be thinking about that on the set while you're shooting. Those are things you do in your rehearsal on your own time. You decide the backstory of the character, who he is or who she is, why they are doing this job, why are they in this position right now. So all characters need to have some type of backstory. And again, the easiest way to do that is to blend it in with yourself or someone you know well. And that brings the character to life. Let's see what we got here. Yes, I'm an actor. I'll talk again. My name is James Adam Tucker. I'm a character actor. I live here in California, and I've been in the acting business for over 35 years. You can look me up on the Internet Movie Database. The links are down here in the description area. And you can go to my channel. My link to my channel is there. Or you can just search me on Google. If you type in James Adam Tucker, you'll see I'll pop up. Been doing it for a while. Again, I'm a character actor. I'm not a big name actor, but I love it. Been doing it for a long time. Continue to do it. We'll probably always continue to do it until I'm too old to do it anymore. So, but I also direct independent small budget films, and I'm an editor. So that's why here on YouTube, what I talk about is acting, directing, and editing. And now I know I've repeated this for some of you who are already there, but I keep repeating it because people jump on and off this live stream. And that's how I love to do this, because that's why I love to do this, because I can talk to different people. People can find out about my content. You can visit my channel. Please visit my channel and watch some of my playlists. I have a lot of content in there. I've been working on this and I continue to keep putting more up because I enjoy it. I'm not going to BS. I enjoy creating this content. I enjoy talking about acting, directing, and editing, and I enjoy doing it. So that's why I'm here. I figured YouTube would be a great outlet for me to share the knowledge I've built up all these years. Um, and also my goal here on YouTube is to create original YouTube first content. I want to get into doing these vertical streaming series. I've been seeing a lot of them coming out of China, and they're all, kind of weird, but they get a lot of views and a lot of people like it. They're like a soap opera. I'm not interested in doing the soap opera style, but I want to have more, you know, what I would think would be more interesting stories, dramas, comedy, mainly comedy, excuse me, maybe comedy with a little bit of drama mixed in. So that's my goal. I want to start making those here on YouTube and then expand it if possible. I'm interested in collaborating with writers, directors, actors. I'm interested in building a little team that we can create these vertical series here for YouTube. And I hope people will reach out to me. You'll see my email down below. I've been getting a lot of email. People are asking about the acting roles and stuff, but we're not at that stage yet. I need to work with people who in the early stages where we are in development. We come up with the ideas. We think about what can we shoot? How can we do it? Where can we do it? Right now, I'm interested in starting with minimal money because the beautiful thing about it is that these small vertical series can legitimately be made for, no money at all to get started. And then we start to expand as we start to get distribution. I'm planning on controlling my own distribution because that's one thing I've had a problem with over the years as an independent filmmaker. Getting distribution, controlling distribution, being able to be paid from distributors, honestly. So that's one avenue that I hope to control with vertical shorts. And to some extent, horizontal YouTube content, serialized, like small little YouTube series can be made on the horizontal. And the reason I'm also doing horizontal is because a lot of people today watch YouTube on their home television, on the big screen television at home. So I do it a lot. When there's nothing on that I want to watch, I start searching through YouTube, finding content. So it's a legitimate, potentially sustainable way to create content. Start low budget and build up as you get sponsorship. So that's my goal. I know it's a big one, but I've seen other people do it here on YouTube all the time. And the beautiful thing about YouTube, the gatekeepers aren't like traditional television or film. The starting point is not as expensive as television or film. You can start here and build, and many people have done it, and many people continue to do it. So my idea is not a new idea, but it's a proven idea that can work. I just did some research about a month ago on all the YouTube stars since the beginning of YouTube who transitioned to television and film. And it's an extensive list. I plan to do small little episodes about that and find out where they are now. It's interesting. I love people who create content and then use that as a stepping stone to move on to bigger things. So I did a bunch of research on that, and I have a list of over 100 interesting people. Some I even know, a lot of them I know, because they moved from creating content here on YouTube, and I know guys know about a lot of them. They moved from creating content here on YouTube to becoming actors, television stars, writers, directors. So this is a viable platform. I'm not telling you anything you don't know. It's a viable platform. And that's why I work in a collaborative method. I love to work with other people, and we help each other. I have a lot of resources as far as editing goes, production elements, and experience. So that's why I'm always on the lookout for new people to collaborate with. So if you're interested and you're near California or you're in California, and I travel, I shoot stuff all over the United States. Would love to shoot stuff abroad, but need funding for that. I would love to shoot outside this country, but I need funding for that. But right here in the United States, I can do basically what I want. And that's what draws me here to YouTube. That's why I'm working towards this monetization and building this channel up to create all types of content. But I say, again, mostly on the humorous side, because I think that's what's missing. We have a lot of drama. We have a lot of people training. We have a lot of how to make it on YouTube videos. We have a lot of documentaries. We have a lot of sports. We have a lot of crime, true crime. I think there's a big avenue, open area for more pure entertainment, but more quality entertainment that you normally see on regular television. So that's my goal. That's what I'm working towards. And I'd like to thank you for joining me. Let's see if I have any questions here. Thanks for stopping by. So yes, I will continue to come and meet with you guys on Sundays, answer your questions. And if I didn't get to your question or you didn't want to ask the question through chat, please feel free to use my email. It's below. You'll see my email there. Contact me. Easy way to contact me. You'll see multiple ways to contact me. You can leave me a message here or just directly send me an email. That's even better because I always check my email. I always respond. No, they haven't told me it, but funny you said Nick Fury. I told you I'm an actor. Years ago, I replaced Sam Jackson's voice on a TV version of a movie he did, Menace to Society. I was the guy that came in and dubbed over all the profanity that he said in the movie. So I had to change all the curse words to darn and damn and dag nabbit and whatever cornball word they used for American television at that time. This was in the early 2000s or the late. I forgot when Menace to Society came out, but they put it on television, and yeah, they had to get rid of all the profanity. So I was hired to come in and do his voice. One time, I never met him, but I just came in and replaced all the profanity. Yes, gosh, darn it. That's right. All right, well, I'm going to jump off for today. I had a nice time talking to you guys. I'll be back again next Sunday. And I'm always here. I'm always live streaming throughout the week. I usually come on in the morning or the afternoon, but not for this long. I just come on for a few minutes. I give you a tip of the day, and then I talk a little bit about what progress I plan or what work I plan to do that day. So, and if you have any questions, I will answer them. So I'll see you again tomorrow for a nice short live tip. And thanks for stopping by. And you guys have a great day. I will see you again next Sunday for the Q&A. Thanks for stopping by.